Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Taekwondo Life Magazine Live. This is Master Marc Zirogiannis. I'm your host, and I'm the editor-in-chief of Taekwondo Life Magazine. We are a member of the Believe Network. Do you believe? As we wind down the year, we are talking to you today about the top 10 martial arts films of the year of 2025. And I will tell you that for the past 5 years, perhaps, this has been the number one feature on both the podcast and magazine. We have more traffic for this feature every year than any other feature. I have the benefit all year. Of course, I enjoy watching martial arts films, and over my life and career, I think I found more famous martial artists that say I saw Bruce Lee, or I saw Chuck Norris, or I saw Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, or whatever, and got involved in martial arts. So for me, I have a great opportunity every year to review and preview some of the great martial arts films. Some of them I see on Screener. Some of them I just see on my own. Some of them I'm fortunate enough to go to premieres. This year was a good year. I don't think it was the best year. It was also not a great year for diversity, perhaps because of things that are going on in the world. So many of the films came out of the U.S. But I will say one of the through lines from this year's films is Welgo USA. Welgo's done a terrific job and grown, bringing martial arts movies to international distribution. And as a result, we have a great opportunity to see small budget films that we wouldn't have otherwise seen if not for them. And now for a word from our sponsor. Okay, we're back. The first, number 10 film on our list, not a small budget film, actually comes out of a larger studio, and that's Karate Kid Legends. There was a lot of hype around this movie. It also came out around the same time as another big movie in the summer. The hype, I think, the ability to jump on the Cobra Kai bandwagon, to take the old world of Karate Kid and the reboot of the Jackie Chan version and Cobra Kai fan fave and move it together, made for a fun family film. There's a lot there, a lot of throwbacks, a lot of callbacks. Jackie Chan is always good to watch. I do think that Ben Wang is a standout in this movie. His fight choreography was very, very good. His acting was good, and I expect we'll see him in other things. I know he's probably not a martial arts actor, but we certainly could see him in that role. Number 9, also a pretty big film, Nobody 2. In 2021, Nobody, Bob Odenkirk's I think our review is called Nobody is Every Man's John Wick. Bob Odenkirk did a phenomenal job. I was very excited about this one because Timo Tihonto, my favorite martial arts director, he actually directed last year's number one film that we on our list, and the film is good, not as good as the original, and not a great film. I didn't love Sharon Stone in it, but the film has a lot of good elements in it, and therefore made the list. And I really did enjoy it, and I love Odenkirk in the role. Number 8, Unusual One, Wick is Pain documentary, something that I watched. Figured, hey, interesting to watch. Maybe not great always to watch these How the Sausage is Made films, but this one's really good. Full access to Chad Stahelski, full access to David Leitch, full access to Daniel Bernhardt, full access to Keanu Reeves. You see a lot, the producers, you hear about how it was made, and you do get to see, there's no demystifying it here, because what you're seeing behind the scenes is how hard they worked, how gritty the film was, how realistic their training was. And I love that from a martial arts standpoint. Number 7, Affinity, a Welgo USA release. That's Marco Zoror. We reviewed this film earlier in the year, not too long ago, actually. We spoke to both Marco Zoror again, and we spoke to director Brandon Slagle. A really good, unusual film. I don't want to give too much away, but it's not really fit tightly into the genre. There's a little sci-fi there. There's a little martial arts there. There's a little romance there. But the fight choreography, it's a small film, only like 86 minutes. A lot of great fight choreography in this film. Number 6, Baby Assassins 3. I am in love with these ladies. I'm in love with this filmmaking. I'm in love with Yugo Sakamoto. The film is just really great. It's a great, this is a trilogy, right? Now there's 3 of those films out. The first one was one of the most unusual martial arts films I've seen. And there's this bad rap that Japanese don't really produce great martial arts films at this point. Not true. This defies that. It's a terrific film. If there weren't a cluster of some really good films, it would probably be higher on my list. But check out Baby Assassins 3. And you can see those films as standalone. I would see the whole trilogy, but you can see them as a standalone and still be able to enjoy them. Number 5, wow, Jade. Some call it a blaxploitation film. For me, it was a cross between Foxy Brown and Kill Bill. A cool, revenge-based, very sleekly shot, well-done martial arts action, again, revenge flick. Part of the highlight of this is Shayna West, who stars in the film. She's sexy. She's cool. She stars as Jade. Everything about her is very, very cool. This is a very unique one. I started following her on Instagram. She's a true martial artist. She's a true acrobatics person. She is deeply talented, and I look forward to seeing her in other very cool films. Number 4, another well-go USC. So is Jade, by the way. Ghost Killer. Akari Takishi of Baby Assassins fame. She stars in this one. It is very, very unusual film. Again, coming out of Japan. Masanari Mimoto, formerly of Hydra. He's another great fighter. That was another great film from last year. They come together. I don't want to give too much away. The title gives a little bit of it away. She becomes possessed by an assassin, and we know from the Baby Assassin films that she is an adept fighter. We know that he's an adept fighter. You put those two together with an interesting, unusual storyline, and Ghost Killer is definitely a winner. 3, we just recently reviewed this one, Prisoner of War, Scott Adkins. You can research. We have tons of articles, interviews with Scott Adkins and about Scott Adkins. He continues to break ground in the martial arts movie genre, action genre. This film is so good because I wrote in my review that if you took out the martial arts, it's a great World War II film. It's well done. It's about a soldier. I don't want to give too much away about how he learns the martial arts, but a Caucasian soldier who's captured in the Philippines during World War II. His relationship with the commander of the camp. The acting is great from everybody there. The martial arts choreography, phenomenal. Louis Mandylor really impressed me as a director of this film. I said, he's been hanging around Jesse V. Johnson and doing movies. He's picked up a lot of the stylistic aspects of both Adkins as a director and Jesse V. Johnson as a director. Prisoner of War is definitely one to just watch. A good movie, dramatic, action, well done. Number 2 and number 1, I said in my review, is kind of a horse race. There's a reason why they ended up where they are, but Diablo could have easily been the number 1 film of the year. Again, a well-go release. It is Marco Zorro and Scott Adkins, so they've both been on the list twice. Directed by Zorro's longtime partner and collaborator, Ernesto Diaz Espinosa. He had done the other films together with Zorro. This is an unusual film. There's a little bit of No Country for Old Men in there. There's a lot in this film. Acting is great. Fight choreography, excellent. good script, good locations, just really, really a fun, violent martial arts action film, a little bit of Enter the Dragon, a little bit of No Country for Old Men, a lot going on there, a lot of styles that are brought in, and it really makes for a terrific watch. That's one you got to watch more than once. And our number one film of the year is Ballerina, part of the John Wick universe. I kind of went into it expecting not to like it. I had read a lot about Len Wiseman's direction and how it had to be recut by Chad Stahelski. Whether those things are true or not, I haven't really discovered. But I figured, we're going female John Wick. Are we just going politically correct? Not 100% sure. However, that's not really what occurs. It really is a good standalone film. It's a good tie-in to the universe. Ana de Armas is terrific in the movie. Gabriel Byrne, Angelica Houston, Ian McShane, Keanu Reeves, they all support this film really, really well. Like I said, it's a good tie-in film. It's a good standalone film. I think the action, unique choreography, unique fight choreography, they all work with this one. It's a worthy installment of the franchise. And I would say, seeing it, that I would love to see a sequel. Whether or not the cost versus the revenue justifies in this universe, that's not for me to say. Whether or not they have the passion for it, not for me to say. As a viewer, as a reviewer, I'd love to see another one. I did want to give a shout out to Tony Jaa's Striking Rescue. I said it was kind of released in 2024 at the cusp. We saw it in 2025, but I don't think it technically qualifies. It would be on my list, probably would replace Karate Kid as number 10. Striking Rescue is a small film, but it's Tony Jaa's best work since The Protector. Also from Welgo. You can check that one out. And again, thank you guys for making this one for the 5th year in a row our number one feature. Top 10 films of 2025. You can check out our article. There are links to all of our reviews. You can find all of these films at this point on streaming, on Haya, on whatever various services that you would use. But we really look forward to 2026 and whatever martial arts films will bring. If there's anything I missed from 2025, please feel free to let me know. Send me a note. Say, hey, what about this film? Maybe I missed it. Maybe I didn't see it. Or I'll tell you why I didn't think it made the list. This is Master Marc Zirogiannis wishing you guys a happy holidays. I look forward to seeing you in the movies, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat.
Free audio post-production by Alphonic